I'm going to be demonstrating terrain generation really quick. So I selected the terrain 3D node and then I open my terrain generation doc. I'm going to reset the terrain and there you go. You have only one cell and I'm going to set up the terrain materials, which I don't need. As you can see, the bar is full of them. More on that later. So if you click set up terrain materials, it will create these slots from the database that we have in the background and is saving both the textures and the parameters of each material and the rules in which they are used. So now that we have a clean terrain, we go into height and then I'm going to generate a terrain 4 blocks in size, that's 2 by 2 with this mask. This is the height map that we are going to use, and as you can see, 2 blocks is like that. It's like 512 square meters, I believe. You can also define the minimum and maximum height that the height map will produce, and then when you apply height, you wait a couple seconds, and there you go. As you can see, there's already some rock splatting. That's because the material shader was modified to accept an overlay material, which you can also define. So for each, let's say, biome texture, you can have your own variation of rock, as long as you have the textures present in the bar. As you can see, there's also the possibility to generate biomes, which will affect texture placements. You can define snow summits on higher mountains after a height that you can set. And there you go. You have the biome map. It's still a little rough around the edges, but it works for what it's supposed to. I will define the rock splat to be set in. I will regret this later, and you will see why. This is still very incomplete. Okay, so we have it. Let's splat it. This takes around 2 minutes, so I'm going to cut to the chase, and there you go. And now you see why I said I would regret splatting rock, because the process is still very rough. There are jagged edges, but that's a pretty good start if you ask me. When I started using Terrain 3D, I had to paint everything by hand, and I mean, you could also generate terrain from height map, but it was a little more complicated than just putting your image there, selecting the parameters, and there you go. And that's what I was aiming for. Like I said, I cannot praise Rust Edit enough, and I cannot praise the Facepunch team enough for their work and in the terrain system that they have in Rust, because it's what inspired me to make this. And now I will just shut up and let you watch Bob Ross painting.